Now, my dear audience, please welcome the C40 Board President and United Nations Secretary General Special Envoy for Climate Action, Michael Bloomberg. Yee-hoo! Here we did it, bang. Woo-hoo!
Well, thank you, Hans.
You're welcome.
And nice see to everyone. I know I thought it was a bit hokey too, but that's okay. I was all ready to join the song and dance. I'm surprised they didn't ask me. I have a few more C's myself. Cool, creative, cutting edge, classy.
Oh, just like the Bloomberg headquarters in London, right?
You got that right, Hans.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Hans also said climate change is no fairy tale, and I couldn't agree more. It is real, and we see and feel its impacts all around us, and the need for action is only growing more urgent. However, there is good news. We talked about it at the summit earlier today. We've seen that progress really is possible. It's an amazing story, and tonight is all about honoring the heroes of that story. The leaders who are summoning the power of cities, overcoming obstacles, and saving lives and the planet, one climate action at a time. At Bloomberg Philanthropies, our mission is simple: ensuring better, longer lives for the greatest number of people. That mission is also the theme of tonight's awards. Now, our selection process this year was a little bit different than last year. Overall, we considered 100 proven successful projects that have already shown measurable results, reducing climate pollution and improving people's lives. And you saw the names of those projects on the screens as you walked in. Then we shortlisted the best 24 projects from across all regions of the world. Those are tonight's finalists. And while every one of these cities is doing important work to achieve the future we want, just 7 of them will be named as this year's C40 Award winners. Now it's time to present the first award, and it's in the category of resilience. During my time in New York City Hall, we launched groundbreaking sustainability and resilience plans to make the city greener and greater. Which city will be honored tonight for writing the next chapter in building a resilient future? Let's find out.
Well, Michael Bloomberg, nobody knows more about writing a new chapter than I do. And the best person to describe it is the Little Mermaid. She knows a lot about resilience.
Don't remind me. Over at Langelinie Pier, I have been climbed on, I was spray painted, and I even had my head cut off. But I'm still here. Talk about resilience.
Yes.
And resilience is just what the world cities need to be to prepare for the reality of climate change. Copenhagen has it. Look at Østerbro, the first ever climate solution neighborhood whose main street was designed to optimize drainage, increase biodiversity by providing ample room for plant life, and increase sustainable transportation with its easily accessible bicycle paths. We're very proud. And the winner of the C40 Award for Resilience will be 2. The finalists are
Delhi, Yal Swaraj, Safe Drinking Water Initiative. Medellin, Avenida Oriental Green Corridors.
Thank you.
Portland, Crystal Springs Watershed Restoration. And Quezon City, Quezon City's Socialized Housing Program.
A very impressive group, and the C40 Award 2019 for Resilience goes to Medellin in Colombia.
Accepting from Medellin, please welcome Mayor Federico Gutierrez.
It's heavy.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Yo feliz de estar aquí representando a mi ciudad, Medellín. Gracias, Michael, por inspirarnos. Gracias a C40. Y claro que Medellín es una ciudad resiliente. Aquella ciudad que pasó de ser la más violenta en el mundo en 1991 y es una ciudad que hoy es una de las más innovadoras del mundo. Que entendemos la importancia de tomar acciones desde lo local frente al calentamiento global y que este reconocimiento nos anima a seguir trabajando y que cambiar pisos duros por pisos blandos siempre será una apuesta. Esta estrategia de 30 corredores verdes partió también a través y después de una crisis y hay que recordar que las crisis se convierten en oportunidades cuando las sabemos abordar y si hoy el mundo está en crisis y si hay una crisis climática pues tenemos que tomar acciones desde lo local para que impacten en lo global. En los corredores verdes, donde hemos cambiado el piso duro por piso blando, hemos disminuido la temperatura entre 3 y 4 grados centígrados y es un aporte no solo para nuestra ciudad o nuestro país Colombia, sino para el mundo entero. Gracias Michael, gracias E40 y un orgullo poder siempre representar a mi Medellín del alma y a mi Colombia. Muchas gracias por todo.
This is Thumbelina. It's the first time I've ever appeared with Thumbelina. 77 years it took me to do this. Are you happy? You smile? How old are you? 8. 8? Are you sure? You're 8. It's good enough. And do you like speaking in front of lots of people? I don't know. Look around. What? Kind of wave to them? Because they think you're very pretty, and they're very happy to have you here. Please. You're going to take me off? Not yet. You're going to stay right here? Before we introduce the next category, let me say a quick word about the award we are presenting today. It is designed by the famous Dutch architect Bjarke Ingels, and believe it or not, these awards contain sequestered carbon dioxide, which you can see in the white embedded minerals. The Nobel Prize has nothing on us. Our next award is in the category of clean air. Whenever the Little Mermaid comes up for air, she definitely wants to be clean.
That is true, Michael Bloomberg, but pollution is a problem over land and underwater. Toxic chemicals in the air settle into our ocean streams and rivers. Do you like swimming in arsenic, mercury, and lead? I don't. None of my family does. For humans, air pollution is one of the most pressing issues to overall health and well-being in cities today. Fortunately, Copenhagen is doing very well. The city is leading the way in implementing low-carbon transportation solutions. A leader in being carbon neutral with projects like the electric boats in our harbor. I see them all the time. The wonderful finalists for the C40 Award for a Future of Clean Air are
Copenhagen cycles superhighways. London ultra low emission zone. And Stockholm onshore power supply in the port of Värtan.
And the 2019 C40 Award for Clean Air goes to London.
Accepting for London, please welcome Deputy Mayor for Environment and Energy, Shirley Rodriguez.
Don't drop it, it is heavy.
Oh God, it is heavy.
I told you.
Thank you, C40 and Bloomberg Philanthropies, and especially to Mike, who's been such a champion of C40 and these awards. I'm really, really honoured to receive this award on behalf of the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, and all Londoners for the ultra-low emission zone. Air pollution is a global public health crisis that demands bold action. In London alone, over 2 million people live in areas that exceed legal limits for air pollution, including over 400,000 children. It's also an issue of social justice, with the poorest Londoners suffering the worst impacts. And that's why we introduced the ULEZ, applying the toughest emission standards of any global city. So I would really like to thank all of the officers, campaigners, and supporters who've worked so tirelessly with us to make the ultra-low emission zone a reality. And I'd also like to thank all the other cities around the world who are working to tackle our shared air pollution challenge. Together, we're leading the way, helping to put an end to this toxic killer and its role in the climate emergency once and for all. Thank you very much. Thanks so much.
As the Little Mermaid said, cities need to be prepared for the reality of climate change. And you've probably noticed by now there are so many examples in Copenhagen of a city and community determined to build a clean future. And you can see hundreds of these examples zipping by you at any moment. And here they come now.
And now, please welcome the Mayor of Paris and the Chair of C40, Anne Hidalgo.
Bonsoir. Buenas tardes. Good evening. When I look around this room, I don't just see my fellow mayors. I see a room full of committed climate actors who are dedicated not only to delivering the promise of the Paris Agreement, but to doing the very difficult work on the ground. As outgoing C40 chair, it is my distinct pleasure tonight to recognize the progress we've made since we met at Paris City Hall in 2015 at the COP21, and more importantly, to recognize the projects that are driving real change. That's what we are celebrating tonight, and I'm grateful to our C40 president, dear Michael Bloomberg, and Bloomberg Philanthropies for hosting this incredible event for the first time. One of these times, I will sing and dance, but not tonight. C'est la vie. Right now, I would like to present the C40 award to the city that is creating a smart future with renewable energy.
And to narrate the chapter in our story about renewable energy, it's a great honor to introduce a famous character from history. From the year 1000, the King of Denmark, England, Norway, and some of the Swedes, His Majesty, King Canute.
I am King Canute, King of Denmark, England, Norway, and some of the Swedes. You may remain seated, there's no reason to kneel. I know a great deal about power. Wasn't it I, King Canute, who took my advisors down to the sea to demonstrate the great force of nature? I wanted to show that not even I, King Canute, could stop the waves from coming.
Your Majesty, I think the story is you said you could control the waves, so...
I never said that.
Well, that is the story they tell, so...
It is not true, fake news.
I don't think so.
I am King Canute.
Yes.
King of Denmark,
Yeah.
England, Norway, and some of the Swedes.
Yes, we have.
I was the first person to say we mustn't use carbon for energy. Let's go beyond carbon, I said. In Danish, that is very hard to pronounce. And today, Copenhagen has committed to become 100% carbon neutral by 2025 and the carbon neutral capital of the world, thanks to me.
Thanks to you?
Yeah, well, I don't control the waves, but I do control the wind. Well, other cities also making great strides with renewable energy. The finalists.
Cape Town, small-scale energy generation program. London, zero carbon requirement for new development.
New York City, efficiency, electrification, and renewable energy mandate.
And Seoul, solar city expansion.
And the 2019 C40 Award for renewable energy goes to Seoul.
Accepting for Seoul, please welcome Deputy Mayor for Climate and Environment, Oi Sung Kim.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to receive this wonderful award on behalf of Mayor Park Won-soon and 10 million citizens of Seoul. The citizens are, in fact, the main and most important driver of our project called Solar City Seoul. Without their active engagement, we couldn't have got this far. In this sense, I'd like to thank, not to me, to them, most of all. And I think it is kind of encouragement for us. So I think with this wonderful encouragement, Seoul can go further and faster to address climate crisis. The future, what we want, is possible. Thank you very much.
Our next award is in the category of green mobility.
Yaha! Green mobility. That is something that I, King Canute, am very good at. When I'm traveling from Denmark to England, or from England to Norway, or from Norway to Denmark, or if I just go to Sweden for a meatball or something, I, King Canute, am completely carbon neutral. It's important. In many cities, over 50% of carbon dioxide comes from transportation. Luckily, in Copenhagen, they have developed architecturally interesting ways to encourage sustainable transportation. The bicycle bridge provides citizens with a clean, safe, and convenient way to travel around town. So if you are a bicycle ballet dude standing on your hands, cycling around, that might be a good idea to go on that one. So, other cities we recognize for great achievement in the area of green mobility.
Bangalore, Tendashore, urban street design for people. Bogota, Muévete Mejor, business network for mobility. And Kolkata, low carbon commute transition.
And the 2019 C40 Award for Green Mobility goes to Kolkata.
Accepting for Kolkata, please welcome Mayor Fihat Akim.
Thank you. The Calcutta is winning the second award of C40. Before this, we won the award for solid waste management, and this is for the transportation. The Calcutta never ceased to maximize us with the Madrid beauties and manifestos of various spheres of its existence. This is an urban agglomeration spread over 205 square kilometers. In this modern metropolitan, a rapid increase in population growth of multitudes of social economic activities made us think about various options of sustainable and rapid transport system. Although the city is well equipped with its existing metro network and extensive suburban railways, rising population level becoming a cause of serious concern. In order to introduce a substantially eco-friendly mode of transport, the government of West Bengal, under the leadership of our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, has introduced a fleet of electric buses that connects Kolkata with its expansive suburbs. The government plans to have an entire fleet of 5,000 electric buses by 2030. This would be able to save 782,560 t CO2 in a year. Another mode of eco-friendly transportation system is the tramways of Calcutta, which the Britishers introduced. Our government has taken a significant step to modernize the old fleet, and the government has formulated a project of time-bound schedule of manufacturing single coaches ACP bus. I sincerely thank to the C40 cities for awarding Kolkata with its prestigious award. It will encourage us to take more initiative steps in field of urban governance in the years to come. And we'll look forward for more and more awards in future. Thank you.
Please welcome the CEO of Realdania and C40 board member, Jesper Nygaard.
Good evening, everyone. I am so excited to present the next C40 Bloomberg Award, and I'm very proud to be right here in beautiful, sustainable Copenhagen. Realdania, we are based here, and we are committed to ensuring our built environment is as sustainable as possible. Now, through C40 and projects like Cities 100, we are ensuring that this doesn't just happen in Denmark or Copenhagen, but throughout the world. And we are very grateful to Michael Bloomberg and to Bloomberg Philanthropy that they use Cities 100 for this event tonight. The winning projects we are celebrating tonight offers us example of best practices to modify and implement across all our cities. And I can truly say that the projects have never been better, and the citizens of our cities have never been more enthusiastic. And the 2019 C40 Award for Citizen Engagement goes to Accra.
Accepting for Accra, please welcome Mayor Mohammed Sawar.
Congratulations. Will you say some few words? It's heavy.
Thank you very much. On behalf of myself and the city of Accra, I wish to express our sincere gratitude to C40 cities and Bloomberg Philanthropies for recognizing our efforts. In our quest and our efforts to deal and address issues of climate change and create opportunities for our citizens has led us to winning this prestigious award. The future we want requires the commitment of all of us, irrespective of your size and whatever you are doing. Small and big interventions are very important and has to be recognized. In Accra, in our quest to make the city clean, we started off by closing illegal dump sites, about 30 of them out of 34, and also registered the informal sector waste collectors that collects over 35% of the household waste, recognizing the economy of the informal sector. We are very much grateful for this award. It's a recognition that we are on the right path, and this is just the beginning. We thank you, and thank you once again.
As you've all probably gathered by now, the Danish people are very proud of their country. And when you consider how our industries have reacted to the climate crisis, that goes double. Whether it's the architecture sector, the building sector, or our education system fostering generations of school children to become the next green leaders of the future, we are working everywhere for the future we want. And then there's fashion, a major industry here. Does anybody here know anything about sustainable fashion?
Why, yes.
Oh, it's the Emperor wearing his new clothes.
In fact, I have a very sustainable outfit underneath this robe, which I'd be happy to show you all.
But no, Emperor, no. I don't mean to upset you, but despite what your courtiers tell you, you're not wearing anything under that robe.
I know. That's what makes it so sustainable. Thank you.
Well, I see. I mean, no. I don't see.
Oh, well, it's a big priority here in Denmark. In fact, the Copenhagen Fashion Summit, the world's leading business event when it comes to sustainability in fashion, really puts this country first on the runway when it comes to the issue.
Fashion brands and companies, retailers, textile makers, they're all working very hard designing the future of fashion. In fact, would you be interested in the most climate-friendly couture ever made?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my current wardrobe. But sure, let's see.
Here is what we'll all be wearing at the next Mayor Summit, the C40 Climate Collection. Here we go, look at that one. Oh, she looks amazing, doesn't she? What is that on her shoulder?
It's a windmill.
It's a windmill. Oh, it's incredible. And look at the ball of wonder here.
Oh, wow. It's round like the Earth.
Yes, that guy looks happy. And what is that? What do we have here, Emperor?
Oh, that's green mobility, all right.
Oh, you got it. Okay, let me tell you all about it. Climate leaders are always on the go. It's so tiring. But now you'll be spinning your way through each day with your very own windmill jacket. This jacket has heat panels on the inside, which are powered by Danish windmills on each shoulder. The blades can reach speeds up to 25 kilometers per hour. Probably not a great idea for people with long hair, huh?
Oh, stop him.
And next for you cold weather mayors, it's the biogas ball. Keep your temperature up and your carbon footprint down in this unique ball of wonder filled with waste materials and biogas. An excellent option for people who are antisocial and probably not the greatest idea for people who are foolish enough to smoke. I don't think they smoke at Bloomberg headquarters, do you?
I don't think so.
No, probably not. And finally, everyone needs the hydraulic raincoat.
Wow. She moves.
Yes, the rain slinger uses hydropower to generate power for your shoes so you can speed home quickly in the rain. The jacket also stores water for your later to wash the dishes. All right, let's give it up for the windmill jacket, the biogas ball, and the hydraulic raincoat.
And me.
And the Emperor. That's all from the C40 Climate Collection. Here we go.
Oh, wait, girl. Can I try those? Girl, wait for
And
me.
now, Please welcome the Mayor of Los Angeles and the newly elected Chair of C40, Eric Garcetti.
Well, what a fantastic evening. And I have the feeling many of you have not seen people wear clothes like that before, but for me, that's just a typical Thursday night on Hollywood Boulevard. We are the home in Hollywood of all the awards, the Emmys, the Oscars. I think we should rename these the Mikeys after Mike Bloomberg. And I'm such a big fan of C40. This is where the real stars are and where the real progress is being made. I'm honored to be your next C40 chair and do my best to follow in the footsteps of Mayor Hidalgo and to live up to the examples set by the chairs before us, Michael Bloomberg, Eduardo País, and David Miller. And tonight we're going to recognize some of the terrific achievements of the recent past, but also we're going to look towards the future. The leadership of mayors is shaping that future and driving the transformative change that is more necessary than ever, which brings us to our next category.
To see or not to see? That is the question. Excuse me, Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. What is the question?
To see or not to see?
Oh.
To change or not to change? That is the question for cities in the future. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. Did you hear that? A sea of troubles. Do you understand? A sea of troubles. Yeah, okay. Conventional strategies and solutions to the climate crisis will not be sufficient. Cities will need to adapt, to evolve, to innovate, to sleep, perchance to dream.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Woo.
Thank you. We're changing here in Denmark. I mean, just look at the harbor of Copenhagen. Less than 2 decades ago, it was contaminated with industrial waste. But a cleanup initiative transformed the harbor into a beautiful body of water. Today, it's common to see locals swimming. The future requires transformative change, and one of these transformative cities will be given the C40 Award for creating it. The finalists are
Milan, Food Waste Strategy. New York City, Fossil Fuel Divestment. San Francisco, Clean Power SF. And Vancouver, Climate Emergency Response.
And the 2019 C40 Award for Transformative Change goes to San Francisco.
Accepting for San Francisco, please welcome Director of Clean Power SF, Mike Hyams.
Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. On behalf of the City and County of San Francisco and our Mayor, London Breed, I'd like to thank C40s and the Bloomberg Philanthropies for this wonderful recognition. San Francisco started working on the Clean Power SF program more than 15 years ago with a vision of transforming the electricity supply serving our city to renewable and clean sources. By taking responsibility for sourcing our city's power supply, Clean Power SF will allow San Francisco to determine its energy supply destiny. The renewable energy purchased under the Clean Power SF program to date has helped San Francisco reduce its electric system greenhouse gas emissions footprint by 83% from 1990 levels and contributed our citywide emissions reductions of 36% from 1990. Launching the program would not have been possible without the leadership and determination of our mayor, our board of supervisors, the general manager of our public utilities department, and countless staff and community advocates who who stayed focused on making this vision a reality. Again, thank you to C40 and the Bloomberg Philanthropies for this grand honor. Receiving this award will energize us as a city and as staff on pushing to realize the full transformation we need to protect our home and the planet we rely on. Thank you.
I swear I had nothing to do with picking that, but C is for California. Our final category is green technologies.
Yes, Mayor Garcetti, you're absolutely right. In Copenhagen, there is a street, and it's called the H.C. Andersen Boulevard. Has anyone been there yet? One over there, yes. It's one of our busiest. And I have to tell you, I was really flattered when it was dedicated. But I'm even prouder now, because this exact street is home to a smart city test center. It's a street lab that uses network technologies and sensors to reduce air pollution and noise, to optimize the collection of garbage, to create intelligent parking solutions, and many, many other things. It's an innovative and imaginative way to incorporate green technologies into our everyday lives. And many cities around the world are doing the very same, and none better than our finalist for the C40 Award for Green Technologies.
Guangzhou, expansive bus electrification. Hong Kong, district cooling system. And Paris, cool islands to combat heat waves.
And the 2019 C40 Award for Green Technologies goes to Guangzhou.
Accepting for Guangzhou, please welcome Vice Secretary General of Municipal Government, Xing Xiang.
Thank you. It is my great pleasure to accept the C40 Cities Award this year on behalf of the city of Guangzhou for the bus electrification project. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizing committee of the awards for your recognition of Guangzhou's sustainable urban development. It is a great honor for our city and also a powerful encouragement for us to do better in the future. As one of China's mega city, Guangzhou has always been advocating sustainable urban development. It took us only 1 year to put 10,000 electric buses in place. The bus electrification project is a very important measure to protect and improve urban living environment, while it is also the Guangzhou experience environmental protection, energy saving, emission reduction, and in the Blue Sky Protection campaign. We will continue to implement development concepts of innovation, coordination, green, open, and sharing, so as to raise awareness of sustainable development and create a better future for the city. At last, I sincerely invited friends here around the world to pay a visit to Guangzhou. Welcome. Thank you very much again.
Congratulations. Our sister city, so I'm very proud.
Thumbelina, thank you. You're welcome too. Thank you. That brings us to the last chapter of the 2019 C40 Awards. And what a story it's been. Thanks to all of you. You are all winners. Please give yourselves a well-deserved round of applause.